Hi everyone, it's Aideen Curtin here from Firechild Photography, and
I'm Susi Lodola from Mind Over Body Weight Loss Management, and also a psychotherapist and cognitive behaviour therapist.
So I've been shooting with Susi today, and we've had a really interesting conversation. Hi Julie. We've had a really interesting conversation around the idea of branding and what is a brand, and you know, it's one of those things that it's a new concept. Mm-hmm. We were talking about this with your husband at lunchtime. It's kind of a new concept for a lot of people, and you know, there are these ideas that, okay, a brand is a logo or a brand is the colours that you use, when in fact your brand is so much more than that. And this is kind of what we've kind of come to talk about today, Susi. That for you, you know, and I've said this before, that a brand is just, it's a thoughtful representation of yourself. So it's you kind of choosing what you want to portray, and maybe it's as simple as getting the right flowers for your shoot that really portray your personality. And shout out to Fionnuala at Scarecrow Flowers.
Absolutely amazing, Fionnuala. Thank you so much.
She's
beautiful.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
So Susi, for you, okay, initially, so you have, like you said, you have two businesses. So, and they both have very different identities, but obviously you're at the helm of both of them. So can you just tell us a little bit about your kind of thinking around this brand development?
Yeah. Okay, so what I was thinking is that the counselling and psychotherapy is a very personal business, and it's I actually find it hard calling it a business, because it's, you know,
it's a caring
profession, but at the same time it's very difficult for people to make choices of what counsellor to choose, and you know, a lot of people are afraid, and I know from my own clients that nervous coming in the first time, and I felt, you know, to make it easier for people to choose and have a website that will show where I work, how I work, get the right images of the room I'm working in, and get a feel for the place and a feel for myself as well. And that's where Aideen came in and helped me to, you know, find my own identity really, and help me bring it across to potential clients, so they can see, okay, this is what I get when I go to counselling. You know, I don't need to be scared. It's kind of a normal thing to do, because you know, a lot of people don't want to even admit they're going to see a therapist, and I think it's okay to bring it out into the open and say, look, I need a little bit of help, and I'm here for people who need a bit of help, and this is the room, and you know, this is what it looks like. And in terms of the other business, which is the weight loss program that I'm running as well, is to help people see, you know, it's a kind of a different program. It's not your quick fix, you know, quick lose a stone in 2 weeks program. It's about changing your life, and that's where my experience comes in as well as a therapist. So, you know, to bring the two brands together into one, and hopefully get a trusting brand that people can trust and come and see me if they need help.
And that's it. And that we're having this conversation, you know, about when people, because therapy and counselling and these kind of things, we don't necessarily want to share that. You know, as you're saying, it is good to bring it out, and of course, you know, a strong mental health is really important for everyone. Business owners, I think, you know, we need to be very careful looking at, like, resilience is really important for us, especially for working on our own. But, you know, people aren't very inclined to say, oh, you know, I'm talking to this counsellor, she's brilliant. You know, word of mouth referral is not very strong. So when people come onto your website, you want them to see you, to feel like they can be comfortable with you. And and you know, and Susi, under her two businesses, she has two very different kind of visual brands and logos and stuff. And you know, no matter how those businesses both develop, and no matter how they change, and you know, they may amalgamate under one, they may stay separate entities, but at the end of the day, Susi is still at the helm of both, and it's your training, it's your professionalism, it's your kindness, it's your empathy, your authenticity that's really what you want to get across, no matter what you're doing. And it's the same. And so, you know, even though Susi's business may change over the next few years, she's not going to change. And so you have these photos that will last you over that time. And I'm saying that from my own point of view as well. Like, you may know, you know, my logo that I use, or my brand identity, that was developed when I was working primarily as a wedding and family photographer, but because so much of me is in that brand identity, it's come with me as I've kind of changed my business. So, you know, I mean, when I say that Susi's business might change, I'm saying that because that's my own experience. Because as we work with more people throughout, like, you know, the nature of like a small business or a solopreneur, we shift and change, you know, depending on who we enjoy working with more, the kind of how rewarding the work is, you know, things like that. Financially as well as emotionally rewarding. Yeah. I don't know, is that the right word? But, you know, creatively or you know, things will change, and we're in a continuous state of evolution. But at the end of the day, our personalities and our values, they stay, don't they? Yeah. And that's where the authenticity comes from. And, you know, and being strong in your values, again, that's where the integrity is built from. Yeah. So we just wanted to share that with you. We're in Susi's lovely office. We were going to shoot a little bit outside, but it's so windy that we've decided not to. No, not today anyway. Yeah. So we've made a plan for another date. But today we're going to just say no, because there's a lovely cherry blossom tree outside and it's about to blow over pretty much. Whereas summer, who knows? Yeah. But anyway, I hope your week is off to a great start. My usual Monday morning video didn't happen today, but I'm going to be on with you tomorrow to talk a little bit more succinctly about what we've been chatting about today. So I hope you're all having a great week. Thanks a million for watching.
Thank you.
Bye, Susi. Thank you.